Hi, my name is Yoel Silver, and I am both Jewish and very upset, which is a very bad combination of two things to be at the same time. You see, I am a victim of copyright abuse on YouTube. Yes, you heard me correctly. One of my videos in my world famous series called The Cringe Zone is currently being claimed by another copyright holder called Onision. You see, I made a video reviewing the material that he puts online for anybody to see for free, and I used some of his clips in my video to better express what I was trying to say. And you might think that that lands me under fair use because, I didn't use the entirety of his videos. I only used little clips here and there. But you are mistaken. Well, at least Onision wouldn't agree with you because in his eyes, it is not under fair use. So therefore, he holds the whole copyright material for the whole video, even though I only used the 10-second clip. He thinks that he can just collect all of the ad revenue from a whole 17-minute video that I spent hours filming, editing, and writing. Not how this is gonna go down, Onision. Absolutely not. Because by now, that video probably made like $7. And like I said, I'm both Jewish and upset. So I need my $7, Onision. And word on the street is that you self-published 3 books. So I really don't want to do this, but I have no other option. I need to be compensated my $7, Onision. So I think what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to go on Amazon and I'm going to read the reviews of your book. I want to see what people who have actually read your book have to say about it. I'm going to read both the good reviews and the bad reviews because I'm going to assume that if your videos are just as good as your books, the review should be hilarious. I would have purchased your book and read it and gave a real review behind it, but I can't do that because I don't have $7. So this is the only way that I can think of how we can rectify the situation, okay? So the book that we're going to be reviewing today is called This Is Why I Hate You. And guess what day this book was self-published? If you guess September 11th, you guessed correctly because that's not trying too hard, right? That's like one day in this whole nation where like you should make it about the firefighters and the policemen that risked their life to save people that day, no matter who you think caused 9/11. But I guess since the day wasn't about Onision and he had to be very edgy, he of course had to self-publish his book on the worst day in American history. Dude, you are so punk rock. So let's go ahead and read the thing that is in the back of the book. There's a little description. And I want you to keep in mind that this came from Onision's mind, his head. He thought about it and he put it into reality. So keep that in mind as I'm reading this, okay? Within these pages waits violent fights, diseases, death, controversy, sexuality, tragedy, and crime. This journal documents a hateful young man's path to darkness. Many events that occur are based on real events. You will find many moments from the author's own life sewn into the life of Arthur Gale. So far, so not interesting. But anyway, let's keep reading. You can only go so far before all hope of return is lost. This book reaches that point and goes even farther. James represented the light. Arthur is the dark. There is no hero. There is only Arthur. Wow, that was horrible. Anyway, but even though I didn't like what you would put on the back of the book, because I'm not really a big reader, I'm not a fan of fantasies, but apparently, he wrote in the back of the book that some of the things are based out of his real life. So I'm assuming this is like a self-novel. And if you look at the actual cover art, it looks like he did put some time and effort into it. It looks like he's trying to portray the Joker. But regardless, it still looks like he tried with the cover art, which means that he maybe takes his writing a lot more seriously than he does his videos. And if you look at the stars, it doesn't have that bad of reviews. It has 264 reviews. So let's go ahead and start with the 5-star reviews, okay? And I want to start with this one because this one is amazing. This person loved the book so much, they decided to leave a review and take a picture of themselves with the book because that's normal behavior, apparently. So anyway, so this person says, probably the best YouTuber book I've ever read. Very eloquent, writing despite the lack of official formatting. Probably the best YouTube book out there because Craig actually has the brain to write a book. It was made interesting, and you were corrected about learning about you from what? And you were correct about learning about you from it. Unfortunately, it also made me remember that you and I have very similar psychology. We love you, Greg. I don't know who's we because clearly there's one person in the picture. And you know what? The fact that she added herself in the picture almost makes it seem like she doesn't really care about the book. She just cares about herself. And she just wants to get noticed by Onision. Some people would say that. But let's go ahead and read the next review, which is also a 5-star review. This person titled it, Onision didn't tell me to leave this review. This book ruined 3 pairs of my pants. It was scarier than Lady Gaga's face. I can't believe Onision came out of the closet in it too. Wow, I'm so proud of you. Most powerful 30 minutes of reading ever. My whole room smells like farts. That was a 5-star review, ladies and gentlemen. So this person really enjoyed reading the book. So I had about enough of the whole 5-star reviews. Let's go ahead and get to the 1-star reviews, which, let's be honest, that's the real reason why you're even watching this video. Onision, if you're watching this video, please don't be mad at me. I'm just giving the people what they want, and this is what they want to see. And also, I'm kind of owed $7. So there's that too. Our first 1-star review is from Yana Lopez, and she titled her review, Absolute Trash. Onision, you have an unsatisfied customer. What? So anyway, her review goes, boring, bad grammar, and the most cliche nonsense you've ever laid your eyes on. Worst book ever. The characters are poorly developed, and Craig couldn't write a cookbook if he tried. Don't buy. Wow, she seemed like she got straight to the point there. And to be honest with you, I feel like if Onision were to make a cookbook, whoever buys the cookbook will probably starve to death. Our next 1-star review comes from a person named Jordan, and they titled it, 1 star is generous. This must be juicy. Anyway, so they wrote, this is flat out Arthur's self-insert and the writing must be carving from his own ego. Go read a different book and save yourself the trouble. I'm all for each their own, but trust me when I say this ain't it. Dude, Jordan pretty much just said that, like, she can't even, like, see how somebody that might enjoy this book might enjoy this book in a very smart way. I mean, she seemed like she tried to give it a try, but you just inserted yourself throughout the whole book. According to Jordan, that is, not according to me. I haven't read your book because I don't have $7. Our next review comes for Sarah Corrigan, and grab on your seats because this is a long one. Where to start? I bought this, hoping to see what the fuss was about. I'd hear the author before, but hadn't heard much outside of the occasional description of narcissistic, so I had no idea what I was getting into. The way Arthur was written made him feel like a bad self-insert you see in fanfiction. He's strong, brave, heroic, and it seems like every girl finds him attractive, loves him completely. Even a lesbian character admits to loving him. Onision, the ladies just can't get off of you, you know? Like, you get all the girls, bro. Every other character feels bland and only cuts out of ideas. This one's misogynistic, that one's homophobic, and there's no other character traits put into them except the one that makes you hate them. Even Arthur characters can be summed up with one word, edgy, which explains how this was released on 9/11. He hates his dad, and his dad's girlfriend, who the author never bothers naming, and his peers, and his fellow army men. The entire book is populated with rants that frequently contradict each other, as one moment he's ranting about how one matters, and the next he rants about how we don't matter, but only in driving people to murder. And last but not least, the misuse of serious subject matter. I try not to spoil anything. There's at least 2 major times where he uses the worst possible thing that could happen to someone just to make Arthur look better. This is in no way okay and actively spits on people who went through these things. Overall, if you're looking to read this, please buy used and don't give your money to this man. If this book has taught me anything about this person, He doesn't deserve it. Despite this, it was an amazing watching someone run headfirst into a glass door at top speed kind of way. A mess so hilariously terrible, you want to see what the author will mess up next. Wow. Wow. Dude, that last line almost like shows your whole life because you documented your whole train wreck online. This is amazing. And if I would have just got my $7, I wouldn't be making this video. Just putting that out there. This book sounds like it was written by an antsy 13-year-old. It started off okay, and then it just turned into hate speech. The main character and storyline was obviously just an excuse to hate on humanity. I love Onision, but this book was trash. Oops. Even your fans think your writing is trash, even though your videos are also trash. Whatever, I guess to each their own. But you know what else is a big oops, Onision? You claiming my YouTube video and keeping the whole copyright claim on it and making all of the money off of the monetization. Regardless of that, those were the 5-star reviews, right? So I feel like we saw both extremes. And even though there's a lot of 5-star reviews and there's a lot of 1-star reviews, I feel like we should honestly only read the 3-star reviews to get a proper criticism on this book. Because if you rated it 3 stars, you probably liked it somewhat or you didn't really enjoy it, but you gave it a proper rating. Because 3 stars to me seems like the people that are in the middle. So let's read some of the 3-star reviews. So I found a really good 3-star review by a person named Selena Flores. And I want you to read this with an open mind. Selena Flores titled her review, "It's okay. Plot pantsing needs some work." Selena Flores wrote, "I mean, the book was enjoyable for the first few chapters, but as the plot progressed, you can tell the author had trouble with pace, wording, and fluency. There's nothing really wrong with the book, but if you're looking for a story to immerse yourself in, this just isn't it." Regardless, the book does have that solid flair of Onision, which I give him kudos for. Everything else needs some work. So it seems like the only thing that Onision did not seem to mess up in this book, besides, creating an actual book that is supposed to be good, the only thing that he didn't mess up on is making it Onision. So I guess if you are a die-hard Onision fan and you've been following Onision for a very long time, then this book is for you because you're a part of the lore. You're the reason why he's still around, technically. I would like to interview one of you guys, so if you could DM me, let me know. Oh, and by the way, if this video can reach 500 likes, then I will read the other reviews for his other 2 books that he published. But only if this gets 500 likes. If not, then I'm not going to do it because this was a little bit torturous for me to do, and I don't like doing these videos, but as long as my Cringe Zone video is going to garner more views and it's going to make more money, I'm going to have to be compensated somehow, and I feel like the only way that I can get compensated is by making material on you. So the only way for me to stop making these videos is if you let go of the copyright claim, Onision. If not, I'm sorry. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna have to keep doing this, but only if this video gets 500 likes. Or it doesn't matter. I'm still gonna keep making these videos because he holds a copyright claim on my video. That's not his, and he's abusing the copyright system. So as long as he's gonna hold ownership of that video, expect these videos to be released regularly.